Hello everyone, this is Anjali Chauhan and you are watching One Academy videos. Here we are covering History MCQ series topic wise. And the source is Class 6 NCERT History, from where the questions has been framed out. So this series will be beneficial for you for your UPSC, civil services preparation and for various other government exams too. And I will also provide you the answers along with the informations as well. So this series will be there on YouTube. So please subscribe the channel One Academy on YouTube and also like the video. Okay, so as I already told you that Vani Mehra ma'am has covering various GS courses on Unacademy Plus for UPSC preparations. Okay, so she also started the foundation course on Indian polity from 15th of June. So by using this referral code Vani Mehra, you will get 10% discount on your Unacademy subscription. So don't waste your time, just hurry up and take the Unacademy Plus subscription by using this referral code, that is Vani Mehra. Sorry. So the today's topic is Vedas part 3. As you all know that we already covered the part 2 and part 1 also of Vedas, right? And in both the parts we already covered the 10 questions each of Vedas. And today we will cover the another questions of Vedas. So moving towards questions. Question number 1. Consider the following statements about Varna system. So firstly, please understood what is Varna system before I'm going to tell you about the question. Okay. So listen to me carefully. Varna system is related to what? Varna system is something like we can say एक ऐसा सिस्टम था जिसमें लोगों को उनकी ऑक्यूपेशन के बेसिस पे डिवाइड कर दिया गया था फोर पार्ट्स में लाइक ब्राह्मण्स क्षत्रियास शूद्रास एंड वैश्यास राइट. So, according to that, there are four parts of Varna system on which the pupils are divided on the basis of their occupation. Okay, so here's the question. First point: Brahmins were expected to study and teach the Vedas, perform sacrifices, and receive gifts. Second, Kshatriyas were expected to fight battles and protect people. So now select the correct answer using the code given below A, B, C and D. Try to answer the question please. You can comment me in the comment section what's the answer of this question. So the correct answer here is C. Both 1 and 2. Both the statements are correct here. How? Let's see. What is Varna system? As I already told you that the priest divided pupil into 4 groups, 4 parts, that is Varnas. Parts or groups are called as Varnas, and according to them each Varna or each part has a different set of functions. Okay. First Varna was that of the Brahmin. Brahmins were expected to study and teach the Vedas, perform sacrifices and receive gifts. Second was that of the rulers, that also known as Kshatriyas. They were expected to fight battles and protect people like the rulers. And the third were the Vish or the Vaishyas. They were expected to be farmers, herders and traders, and both the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas together could perform sacrifices. Okay, like the sacrifice of animals, sacrifice of any we can say the any like fire, wood, anything. Okay, so last were the Shudras, who had to serve the other three groups and couldn't perform any ritual. Often women were also grouped with the Shudras. Both women and the Shudras were not allowed to study the Vedas. Okay, so this is called the Varna system here, and according to this, both the statements here are correct, right? So according to that, the option is C. C option is correct here. Okay, and as I already told you that all the questions has been framed out from the classics NCERT history. Okay, so the source is classics NCERT of all the questions, and the topic is Vedas. Okay. Moving towards next question, consider the following statements. First, the groups in the Varna system were decided on the basis of occupation people did. Okay. Second, untouchables included some craft persons, hunter and gatherers, as well as people who helped perform burials and cremations. So now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is, type the answer in the comment section. Okay, so the correct answer here is B, 2 only. Only the second statement is correct. See how the groups were decided on the basis of birth. Okay, as I told you in the first question that Varna system were decided on the basis of occupation, that was wrong. That I told you because I want to confuse you. ओके, मैं चाहती थी कि आप कंफ्यूज हो ताकि सेकंड क्वेश्चन जब आपके सामने आए फिर आपको पता चले कि ऐसा नहीं था, क्योंकि कुछ लोगों ने ये पढ़ा हुआ है कि ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ऑक्यूपेशन वर्ना सिस्टम वाज डिवाइडेड. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई आई टोल्ड दिस so that you can you get confused in the second question. So here the first statement goes wrong because Varna system was decided on the basis not on the basis of occupation, on the basis of birth. Okay, and here the second statement is correct. See the information. For example, if one's father and mother were Brahmins, one would automatically become a Brahmin and so on. So the Varna system was decided on the basis of birth. And untouchable included some craft persons, hunter and gatherers, as well as people who helped perform burials and cremations. So the priest said that contact with these groups was polluting. Okay, so that's why untouchability was happened at that time. Okay, so from here we can say that second statement goes correct here and the first statement goes incorrect. And the correct option here is B, 2 only. Only the second statement is correct. Moving towards next question, question number 3. What is the meaning of the term Ashwamedha? I think that is very, we can say the easy question. बिकॉज ये आप सभी ने सुना होगा, कोई सीरियल आ रहा है, महाभारत आ रही है, रामायण आ रही है, तो वहाँ पर भी ये टर्म यूज होता है अश्वमेधा. रिकॉग्नाइज कीजिए इसको. ऑप्शन ए एलिफेंट सेक्रीफाइस, बी हॉर्स सेक्रीफाइस, सी कैमल सेक्रीफाइस, डी नन ऑफ द अबव. सो द करेक्ट आंसर हियर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, हॉर्स सेक्रीफाइस. अगर आपको थोड़ा सा याद आया हो तो रामायण में राम जी ने भी एक, जब लव कुश ने एक हॉर्स को पकड़ लिया था, तो वो भी क्या था, अश्वमेधा यज्ञ था. ओके, the rajas performed many sacrifices and the Ashwamedha or horse sacrifice was one such ritual. A horse was let loose to wander freely and it was guarded by the raja's men. जैसे कि यज्ञ के बाद एक यज्ञ होता है, ठीक है, एक रिचुअल यानी कि यज्ञ होता है, उसमें घोड़े को यानी कि हॉर्स को फ्रीली छोड़ दिया जाता है सब जगह घूमने के लिए, और राजा की जो कह सकते हैं सेना जो होती है वो उसका पीछा करती है, उसकी रखवाली करती है ताकि उसे कोई पकड़ ना ले. इफ द हॉर्स वॉन्डर्ड इनटू द किंगडम्स ऑफ अदर राजास एंड दे स्टॉप्ड इट, दे हैड टू फाइट. जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा रामायण में घोड़े के सिर पर, मस्तक पर लिखा हुआ था कि कोई भी इसको पकड़ेगा तो उसे राजा से यानी कि अयोध्या की सेना से युद्ध करना पड़ेगा. तो ये होता था उसका अश्वमेधा का एक रिचुअल था, ये कोई भी पकड़ नहीं सकता उसको. इफ दे अलाउड द हॉर्स टू पास, इट मीन दैट दे एक्सेप्टेड दैट द राजा हु वांटेड टू परफॉर्म द सेक्रीफाइस वाज स्ट्रॉन्गर देन दैम. अगर वो उस हॉर्स को वहाँ से अपने राज्य में से निकलने देते हैं तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वो राजा उनसे ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्गर है, उनको ये एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. And these rajas were then invited to the sacrifice, which was performed by specially trained priests who were rewarded with gifts. The raja who organized the sacrifice were organized as being very powerful, and all those who came brought gifts to him. अगर आप ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा किसी को, तो वो रामायण का वो वाला सीन देख सकता है जाके, एपिसोड जिसमें अश्वमेध यज्ञ होता है और लवकुश उस घोड़े को पकड़ लेते हैं. ओके, तो वहाँ से आपको ये पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा ये क्या होता है. और यहाँ पे हॉर्स का सेक्रीफाइस होता है. सो द करेक्ट आंसर हियर इज बी. मूविंग टुवर्ड्स नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. First, the rulers of Mahajanpads depended on the occasional gifts brought by the people. Second, the Mahajanpads collected taxes on crops, craftspersons, herders, goods, and hunter-gatherers. Now select the correct answer using these code given below A, B, C and D. Type the correct answer in the comment section first. So the correct answer here is option B, that is 2 only. See the information here why. As in the second statement it is mentioned, the Mahajanpad collected taxes on various things like crops, craft services, etc. So see here, as the rulers of Mahajanpas were building huge forts, maintaining big armies, they needed more resources and they needed officials to collect these. So instead of depending on occasional gifts brought by people, as in case of the Raja of Janpads, they started collecting regular taxes. Okay, it is mentioned here in the first statement the rulers of Mahajanpad depending on the occasional gifts. But it is wrong because the rulers of Janpad depended on the occasional gifts. Okay, not Mahajanpad. They used to collect the taxes. So the first statement goes incorrect here, and the second statement according to this, the taxes on crops, taxes on craft person, herders also expected to pay taxes, and there were also taxes on goods. Hunter and gatherers provide taxes for forest produce. Okay, so these are the things on which the people had to pay taxes. Okay, so according to that, the second information or the second statement goes correct here, and the correct answer here is B option, that is 2 only. So moving towards next question, question number 5. Consider the following statements. First, the word Janpad literally means the land where the Jan sat its foot and settled down. Second, Purana Kila is a settlement in a Janpad and is now located in Delhi. Now select the correct statement using the code given below A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the correct answer? Type in the comment section first. So the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. See how both the statements are correct here. How? Janpads. The word Janpad literally means the land where the Jan sat its foot and settled down. Right? Jan means people. Okay. And archaeologists found have excavated a number of settlements in these Janpads such as Purana Kila in Delhi, Hastinapur near Meerut and Atranjikhera near Etah. The last two are in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Purana Kila in Delhi and Hastinapur near Meerut and Atranjikhera. Hastinapur and Atranjikhera, these are in Uttar Pradesh right now. And they found that people lived in herds and kept cattle as well as other animals, and they also grew a variety of crops like rice, wheat, barley, pulses, sugarcane, sesame and mustard. So according to that, we can say that the both the statements are correct here, and the correct option here is C option, that is both 1 and 2. Moving towards next question. Question number 6. Consider the following statements about Rigvedic period. First, iron plowshares was preferred over wooden plowshare. Second, pupil practice transplantation of crops. Now select the correct statement using the code given below A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is C. Both the statements are correct here. How? Changes in agriculture. There were two major changes in agriculture around that time. One was the growing use of iron plowshares. This means that heavy clay soil could be turned over better than with a wooden plowshare. Okay, that means अगर wood का plowshare use करते हैं farmers, तो उससे जो कहते हैं ना बहुत ज़्यादा बंजर जो ज़मीन होती है उसकी मिट्टी को खोदने में ज़्यादा उससे वो हेल्प नहीं मिलती है, लेकिन आयरन का प्लवशेयर काफ़ी हार्ड होगा, उससे मिट्टी को काफ़ी अच्छे से फर्टाइल किया जा सकता है. ठीक है, and could be turned over better than with a wooden. Okay, so grain could be produced better in amount. So here the first statement goes correct, and the second, people begin transplanting paddy. Paddy means rice. This means that instead of scattering seed on the ground from which plants would sprout, saplings were grown and then planted in the fields. This led to increased production as many more plants survived. Okay, so people began transplanting paddy, and however it was back breaking work, generally slave man and woman, dasas, and landless agricultural laborers. Here it is mentioned landless agricultural laborers, kamakaras, had to do this work. Sometimes कभी कभी आपसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन भी पूछ लेता है what is the meaning of dasas. So here it is mentioned in the bolded letters that slave man and woman, and sometimes it is also asking the question the kamakaras. It is landless agricultural laborers. Okay, so the correct answer here is both the statements are correct and the C option is correct here. So moving towards next question, question number 7. Consider the following pairs. First, Vaishali, capital city of Vajji. Here are the places. Here the places are mentioned, and you have to identify the correct. We can say the matching pair, like the capital, Mahajanpad or Janpad. So first, Vaishali, capital city of Vajji. Second, Magad, Mahajanpad. Third, Hastinapur, Janpad. So which of the above pair are correctly matched according to you, A, B, C and D? So the correct answer here is D, 1, 2 and 3. All the statements are correct here. Vaishali, capital city of Vajji. Magad is a Mahajanpad. Hastinapur is a Janpad. So the correct answer here is D option. Next question, which is the first capital of Magad kingdom? आई थिंक अगर आपने प्रीवियस वीडियो देखा है तो वहाँ पर मैंने बहुत अच्छे से दोनों किंगडम के दोनों कैपिटल्स के बारे में बताया, और लास्ट टाइम मैंने आपको सेकंड शायद फर्स्ट पार्ट में वेदास के पार्ट फर्स्ट में मैंने आपको दोनों कैपिटल्स के बारे में बताया है, और सेकंड पार्ट में आपसे पूछा भी था कि आप लोग मुझे टाइप करके आंसर बताएं. सो द करेक्ट आंसर हियर इज फर्स्ट कैपिटल इज राजागृह. ओके, so now you have to identify or mention the second capital. Rajagrah changed to, sorry, which king? Sorry, I'm very sorry. You have to mention the name of the king which changed the capital Rajagrah to Patliputra. Okay, so you have to mention the name of the king. So just mention the name of the king. If you know the answer, then mention the name of the king in the comment section, and if you don't know the answer, then just try to find out or wait for the next video. Okay, and you can also join the One Academy, VANICADEMY, One Academy Telegram group, so that you can easily ask the doubts in the Telegram channel One Academy, where I can resolve your doubts. Okay. So the correct answer here is Rajagrah. Second question, next question. Consider the following statements. In a Gana or a Sangha, there were not one but many rulers. Second, both the Buddha and the Mahavira belong to Ganas and Sanghas. Now select the correct answer according to you, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is C. Both the statements are correct here. In a Gana or a Sangha, there were not one but many rulers. Sometimes even when thousands of men ruled together, each one was known as Raja, and both the Buddha and Mahavira belong to Ganas or Sanghas. So both the statements are correct here, and the option is C, correct here. Question number 10. Consider the following statements. In other Mahajanpad, both women and Shudras were not allowed to study the Vedas. अगर आपने फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ध्यान से देखा होगा तो ये बहुत मैच कर रहा है वहाँ से. Second, in a Vaji Sangha, women, dasas and kamakaras could participate in the assemblies. Now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is A, one only. Only the first statement is correct here. See how in other Mahajanpads, the Shudras who had to serve the other three groups and could not perform any ritual, often women were not allowed to study the Vedas along with the Shudras. And in Vajji Sanghas, Rajas performed rituals together. They also met in assemblies and decided what had to be done and how, and through discussion and debate. For example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they met to discuss what should be done to meet that threat. However, women, dasas and kamakaras couldn't participate in these assemblies. So this is the answer. Answer number A. Sorry, answer A. First statement is correct here only. So here the questions are completed. So thank you very much. Please subscribe the channel, like the video and hit the bell icon too. Thank you very much.